Hello, good morning, good evening, good afternoon to all. Welcome to this edition of Soccer Hub Talks. My name is Ricardo Almeida. I'm the CEO and founder of Soccer Hub. Soccer Hub is an online education platform for soccer experts, for soccer coaches, soccer analysts. Well, just visit us during this webinar and we'll have a special offer to you. I will talk about it a bit later. But today we'll be discussing the main subject is tactical intelligence in soccer. And we invited Kostas KATSOURANIS and Nuno MILHEIRO for this interview. Before we start, I would like to generate some interaction with our audience. So I would ask you please to click on the like button if everything is okay with the audio and the video. So please do it now. Click on the like button if everything is okay with the audio and the video. And also, please introduce some information about yourselves on the chat box, such as your job and the country that you are based in, okay? So just write on the chat box some information, such as the country and also the job that you have, okay? It's important for us so we can adapt a bit our conversation. As I was saying, during this webinar, we'll be having a special offer to all that will attend this. We'll be offering 25% discount in all of our courses. I will introduce the coupon code soon on the screen so you can go and visit us. So as I said, today we have Kostas KATSOURANIS with us. Hello, Kostas.
Hello.
Okay, and also Nuno MILHEIRO. Hello, Nuno. Thank you very much for being here with us.
Hello, Ricardo. Thank you for inviting us. Yeah.
Okay, hello, guys, Kostas. So I will leave you.
Hi. Hello, Nuno.
Okay, so guys, I will leave you. I will be back. No, have a wonderful conversation and see you both soon. Okay, guys, bye-bye.
Bye.
Hello all, thank you for being here with us again. So we have a legend, a Greek legend, Kostas KATSOURANIS, that everybody knows. As you guys know that you are being following Soccer Hub Talks, usually in the beginning I do a small introduction before I pass the talk to Kostas, that is a star here, of course, and you guys are here to listen him. But in the beginning, I will be talking a bit more. So to introduce him, we have European champion. As hard as it is for me that I'm Portuguese, we have a European champion with us. Kostas won the Euro 2004 here in Portugal, and he was also a Greek champion, and he's a Greek legend. So he's one of the most important players in Greek history. He played 759 matches in total, 116 for the national team. So what is unbelievable? It's a great achievement as a player. So as you guys know, I'm a scout. Usually I do like a simple profile. It's not that I need to do a lot about Kostas because everybody saw him playing, and it's very simple to find out also his videos. He played most of all as a defensive midfielder most of his career. He could also play as number 8 and a center back. It was the positions where he played most. So we are here to talk about the importance of the tactical intelligence, and clearly we have a player that when I invited Kostas was because of this reason, and also because he's a very, very nice person that I had a chance to meet, and as soon as I was inviting him, he said yes straight away, and thank you for that kindness, and yeah. So also I want just to finish my part. I want to congratulate you for the 2004 Euro after so many years, after 16 years. I don't know if any Portuguese already ever told you congratulations, because I'm only telling you this because we managed to win the Euro 12 years after, so we are also yes, European champions at the moment. So we are the ones that we keep the trophy at the moment, and it's very interesting because we won in similar situations. First, People were also saying that at the time Greece was playing a very defensive game and a very tactical game, and Portugal played also a very tactical game, maybe not so defensive, but we had also the best player in the world, and also it's interesting because we won with a coach that is very important and for both of our countries, for Portugal and for Greece, that is Fernando Santos. Even in the end, for the ones that didn't have the chance, of course, I think everybody watched the video. He was saying thank you to the Greek people, for his Greek friends, when he won the 2016 Euro. So, and he was a very, very important coach for you in your career, because I believe he managed you in AAK and in Benfica, of course, and in the national team. So let's pass the words to the one that everybody wants to listen, of course. So first of all, again, thank you for your kindness and to be here. And I would like to ask you the first question, that is, with what age you started to play, and also what was the position where you started, if you can.
Hello, Nuno. Hello to everybody, and thanks for all these good things you said about me.
Deserved.
And,
they are deserved.
Yes.
Yeah.
For me, general Portugal is in my heart. I spent 3 years there with my family. The first 2 years of my son, it was in Lisbon. Always my Portugal is been in my heart, and I love Lisbon and Portugal, and especially now in the national team with Mr. Santos. I started football in 10, 11, when I was 10, 11, and these years, many years back, we don't have academies. We play amateur football. I start and play like striker position. I play in front, and that helped me a lot in my career. That I start there. I play 6 years in amateurs from 11 until 16, 10 until 16, 5-6 years, and after I go in the big team of my city. Is in Patra. Patra is my city. Is the third in people in Greece after Athens and Salonika. And the team, it was in first division, but always it was like elevator. One first division, one second division. I have the honor to play in this team because it's a big team for me. Is the first team that except Salonika and Athens, is the first team that go in Europe many years back, and have many fans. And when I play there, I play 6 years. The 5 of my 6 years, I was lucky, and we are in first division, and only one we play in second division. I start in first division the first year, the second in first division, and we go down in second division.
Okay.
After my third year there, we go up. We win the second division, and we go in the first. And after the last 3 years, I play in the first division. After 6 years, I spent there like professional. I signed my first contract in Panathinaiki when I was 16, and for 6 years, like it was these years, very back in 1996. Yes, and 2002 I go to 2002 I go to IKAPA. IKAPA, it was my first big team in Greece. It's a very big club with very big history. I love this team because it was my first big team, big club. We played Champions League. I make my name from Panathinaiki start, but in IKAPA it was the first high level, and I have to prove that I deserve to do what I do after this.
That's great. Thank you for sharing that part also.
This is my story.
It's your story, and much more. So, what age were you when you started as a striker? Yeah.
Yes.
So, by the way, were you scoring many goals or not many?
Yes, many goals. I told
Many
you
goals?
he helped me a lot. Yes, I score like a striker. I score many goals, but in amateur football, no, in professional, I don't
Not
go
in
like striker.
professional.
And in
Okay.
Panathinaiki, in my first team, I go like midfield.
Okay. Like you
But
came.
a little more offensive.
Oh, okay, offensive. Like number 10 or.
Like no, I can't play number 10 because I never learned to receive the ball with back.
So you leave that for Karagunis, yeah? You leave that to Georgios, yeah.
For Rui Costa, for other players.
For Rui Costa, yeah, exactly. A bit behind, yeah. Number 8,
yes,
yeah.
And I never in my career I have good dribble. Never.
Oh, okay.
My dribbling is not so good.
Okay.
I understand good the game and the space and the time. It was my biggest. I don't know how we say
skill. Yeah, the skill.
Yes,
yeah.
I can read the game good, and in correct time I can run in correct space, and I score from behind.
Yeah, exactly.
It was more easy to see the game from behind for me.
Yeah, that's why we are here also to talk about that, because that also the perception that someone that is watching from outside, and especially the scouts that are watching, and we know that we need to have the perception that the knowledge that the player have, about the game. It's very important to read the game, and because most of the time you don't have the ball with you, so you need to understand the movements of the players, of course.
Yes,
yeah,
I agree. I agree with you. I think all in football, all is, I don't know the words very good, but I think it's awareness.
Awareness.
To understanding the game. Yes, for me, this is the more important in football.
Yeah, exactly. And I think you had that, of course, and that's like I said, that's the thing that many times many players don't have, and makes all the difference. For example, we talk about Bruno Fernandes that went to Manchester United. He plays in a different position, but his awareness is very high. He's always like looking to the sides. He's always understanding where is the positioning of the other players, and that makes all the difference. Doesn't matter in which position you play. Yeah.
He's one player similar to me, but a little more in front, and is more is better for me, technical, and is more offensive player for me.
Yeah, exactly. But in the intelligence and clever is like is similar to
in the mind. We are near.
Yeah, exactly.
And I hope the best for him.
Yeah. We all hope. And he also
because you are sporting, only for the
don't tell that. Don't tell that. I lose people. They don't. No, that's fine. That's fine. No, I am sporting. But most of all, I love football. So, and I love. I love good players, and even we had just a curiosity now that you are saying. I love players that they played in Benfica. Of course, I wish they were playing in Sporting, of course, and also some players in Porto and that played in Porto that I wish them to play in Sporting. And then an example is a player that I admire a lot at the time. It was Jorge Costa. You remember him, the center back. Many people didn't like from my club, and he's a coach. Yeah. And I used to say, my friends were even upset because I used to say, well, I would like to have a captain in my team like him, I like his way. Of course, he plays for the opponents, but
it's your opinion.
You need to be fair. Yeah, exactly. He's a professional. Of course, he loves his club. I would like to have players in my club that, but we are all, in this time, like you played also in teams that they were not your teams, and you had to do the best. So football is the most important thing. It's not only about the club. So all the clubs are needed,
For me, no. The more important is the football. You have right.
Yeah, exactly. If there are no opponents, there is no league, so you cannot play. So you need the opponents. It's very important. It's very important. It's very important, the competition, like we can see. So I already answered to the other question, that was other positions that you played in your career. So in what age do you believe, how old were you when you believe that you started to understand the game more in the tactical way? I ask this because many times, and I think it was with Marius Nicolai that we had a chance also to interview him. He said it was already when he was on the senior squad that he learned with Laszlo Bologna at the time also, and sometimes people don't imagine that you improve a lot with certain managers or in certain aspects, on the team or where you are. So what age do you believe you did the next step to the tactical level?
One negative thing here in Greece is that in small age, 10 until 16, 17, 18, the things that you must learn in academies of football, there is not here in Greece, and this is very bad because the base education you don't receive this.
Okay.
We are not good organized in all this, and this is when you grow up is a problem, big problem. Me, the first coach that give me tactic things, and he stopped me and said to me, "Why you run in all the field? It's not like this. The football, you are midfield. You must stay in your position, more in the middle. Don't go in the lines. Don't do stupid things. Don't run behind the ball." It was Mr. Santos. I find him 23 years old. 25 years old.
25.
Until 25, I didn't understand so good the football, the tactic things, and other things important for playing high level. But with Mr. Santos, I understand a lot my position better. He give me all these things, the small details, and to understand more my position.
Yeah, that's thank you for the answer, and it's interesting also for everybody that is listening, especially, for example, for a scout. When I'm scouting a player with 21, 22, 18, or we need to understand also what he can improve. And many times we think a player with 25 or 24, he cannot improve more, but he can. We are always improving, even if we are 30 or we are always improving. It depends if we have people to teach us, and also if we are open to learn, of course. And Fernando Santos was teaching you, and you were able also to understand and to do and to respect also, and to understand. It was the best for you.
I agree with you 100%. It's exactly like this.
Yeah, exactly. So that's very, very important to, and I believe you've been very lucky also with the managers that you had in your career, that you had the chance to work with good managers also, and at the time was with Otmar Isfeld, that in 2004, with
Otto Hagel.
Otto Hagel, sorry.
Hagel, it was German.
Hagel, yeah, exactly. That you also had, you had a chance. Yeah.
Tell me.
So, that you also had a chance to in the tactical way. You were a very organized team in 2004, and I believe also it was important. It was also a question that I have in here, that it's important to understand also the role of your colleagues. So to understand, and when you are training, for example, to be aware, like you said, to have awareness and understand also the skills that your own colleagues have. So I believe that's also important. So you already answered the part of this, what managers were more important to you. Is there any other manager that was apart from Otto Hagel and also from Fernando Santos, that for you on the tactical side only, or you believe they were the most important ones?
Yes, I work with many coaches, and for all the coaches, you take something. And Jesualdo Ferreira learned me many things. Okay, I was 30 years old, but it was a very good coach. And Quique Flores, I have in Benfica, for me, give me more one option to work in the trainings, to play in the games. For me, it was one of the best coaches I have, Quique Flores, and Jesualdo Ferreira. And it is, sometimes, in football, the important is not only the coaches, is in the assistant. I have many Portuguese assistants, they help me. José Gomes, he helped me a lot. Nuno Espirito now is coaching
Yeah.
He helped me a lot. The assistant, and I don't remember the name of Nuno. Rui, I remember more the small names.
Okay.
Rui, I remember only the Rui, but is now with Nuno in Wolves. All these people, they help you, because now the football is go on and go on. In the staff is many people that they work and they give you many solutions for the games.
That's
and
true.
many analyze and many things.
It's true. So at the time when Nuno was there, he was a goalkeeper coach, yeah?
Yes, but always when you live with him, you understand that I expect all this, that he is success until now.
I wanted to ask you that, so you already answered. So
yes,
you already knew.
Because I talked with him when it was only for 3-4 months, like assistant of Gesualdo. I don't remember if it was assistant or coach of goalkeepers. I don't remember this. But I remember that I speak a lot with Nuno after the games, and I understand that he want to do very good things. He have good ideas, and like Jose Gomez, the same. And now, and the other, and Jose and Nuno is coach.
Yeah, and he's doing brilliant.
They coaching teams and they do good things.
Yeah,
and all the Portuguese football now in the last years take Portuguese coach in all the world. They work.
That's true. And Professor Zualdo is like, it's an amazing coach, you know. Like he had the chance. He worked in Benfica, Sporting, and Porto, so we are equal in this part. But this is a person that many players need to thank him for what he was teaching them, you know, because he's a person that he can actually teach you. In a way, a coach many times needs to be a father. We already talked about this in other interviews. Needs to be a father, and needs also to know how to teach you, you know. And when we have someone that have the time, that takes the time to teach you, to improve, even if you are 30, like you said, you know, and you doesn't matter. Yeah, exactly. No. So yeah, that's
football,
very important.
Every day you learn something. Every day. The thing is to want to learn something. If you don't want and you think that you know everything, you are not in good street.
Yeah, exactly.
You are in bad street.
Exactly, that's completely true. For as big as you think you can be, or you know, there is always someone that knows more than you, and this is what moves us, you know, like to learn, to be, you know, to seek for new knowledge. So do we believe that that is important? For example, let's talk about. I don't want to be always talking about the Greek team in 2004, but it's a very good example of a generation that you guys knew each other very well. So when you were doing a pass to Karagounis, for example, or to Fisas, you knew exactly their skills, because your eyes were like a scout, because if you didn't want, because you played with them, because you were observing them. Do you believe it's very important also for a player to understand the qualities of his teammate, the way, even when you do a pass, for example, the way he's gonna receive the pass, you know, the way it's easier for him to control the ball, the way, do you believe it's important to understand and to have all that in your mind? And when you do your actions on the pitch, do you believe if you know more about your colleagues in that aspect, that that is also good for the success?
For me is maybe number one important thing in football for all the teams, all the big clubs. For this you do so many hours training. For this you spend so many hours in airplane, in hotels. Everything is around this, because you know better and better your teammates.
Yeah, exactly.
You understand. I understand I know what Karagounis do is normal. I know, because we play so many games together. We do training, and I am in his mind. And I think if we put Portugal and Greece in 2004, who have better players, you never know, but who have better? Because I think Greece have a very, very big players 2004. But we are sure we are better team from Portugal together.
Yeah,
we play like a team better from Portugal. Portugal play more individual with Figo, with Cristiano, with Rui Costa, but we play better like a team. And I think for this reason we have success.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to ask you, because like we say, we use an expression in Portugal, like to play with the eyes closed. When you play with another player with your eyes closed, like everything he's gonna do, or you are on his mind, where he's going to run to. So, and in these times, it's of course we the analysts and everything, they pass you the information about the opponent, also about your team. But many times, many players, many big players, they don't care, or they don't have the time to understand even their own colleagues, because many times it's important to understand what makes your colleague comfortable in a pass or in a shot or whatever it is, and that's important also to know what are the important skills for its position. For example, let's say, I don't know if so you told me you started as a striker. Let's say, for example, it's important, in my opinion, that a player knows to play on every single position. Even if you,
yes.
of course, if tomorrow they will ask you to play as a right back, okay, you're not playing so good, but at least you know the principles how to play in there. You are not gonna play.
You must know. Maybe
yeah, you must know.
Normally in modern football now, maybe you must play there for 2 minutes, for 3 minutes, after one corner, after one situation, dangerous situation for your
exactly.
team. You must know all the position. For me and the goalkeeper.
Yeah, and the goalkeeper. Yeah, and you, in your position even more, because many times. Because when the right back and left back, the full backs, they go up, many times you had to cover them,
Yes.
So yes. And also the same with the offensive midfielder, the same with the wingers, and then also in the corners, in the free kicks, in the set pieces, you go up. Also, I think I'm not saying something wrong, but I believe that sometimes when your team was losing, and in the end they were putting you as a striker, maybe to cross the balls for the head. So it's very important, to be as much knowledge as you have in the positions, better, because
this is true.
Yeah, so if you want, it's important, even in the training, if some managers do that, of course, they change the positions for you also to understand. Maybe you are complaining to the right back that is not doing his job properly, but if you don't know what, you don't understand how hard it is for him, it's yeah. So that's
all
one
the
of the
football
things.
is awareness. All the football,
and also another thing. Yeah. Tell me, Kostas. Sorry.
All this that we talk is a job for coach doing.
Yeah,
a lot.
Of course.
It depends the football a lot from or not only the coach or the team that we say before.
Exactly.
The assistant coach, all the assistants coach, and all the guys that they work for technical staff or technical team.
Everybody, yeah, that's true. When a team when everybody's in the same boat, like we say, and everybody is going to the same way, it's much easier to do the same. Yes. To success. Yeah, exactly. So also one thing is like to be aware of your colleagues' skills, but it's also very important for us, for the players, to know exactly your limitations and your qualities. Like you already said, for example, I wasn't good dribbling, but many players, they think they are good dribbling, and then they insist dribbling, and they are not good dribbling. So it's important also that you know your limitations. We are not all Cristiano Ronaldo's or Messi's. It's important.
This is a problem in football, and many players, they think that they can play easy in high level, but it's not so easy you need to sacrifice many things. You need very good mentality. You need to be very kind guy too, because you must to have and to communication with other 24, 25. And I don't put the coach stuff and all this. Only your teammates, your own teammates. It's not easy. It's not easy.
Yeah, exactly. You need to sacrifice sometimes a lot, even if you know that you can do. For example, this was a question I was doing later on, but I can do it now. Sometimes, let's say that you are good in a long pass, for example, that you are a specialist in a long pass, and you like to do long passes, and you see the winger or the striker, they are free, but your coach tells you not to play long balls.
Yes.
It's something that you need to sacrifice,
Yes.
And you think for yourself, well, it's a hard decision to take,
Yes, it's hard decision, but you must take the decision that is good for the team, not for the coach, nor for anybody. If you decide that with one long ball, your striker he can score and you win the game, you do this.
I think
Yeah.
Tell me.
It depends if the passes have success and we score, or we lose one big opportunity. We are near to score. It is good decision, and this is all the football. From small decisions is all the one football total game, 90 minutes. You have to take these small decisions, and you don't have time now in modern football. The time is now is always is more small and more small.
Completely, but I believe like a manager. I don't know. I think you wouldn't take me wrong if I say this. Like, I don't know him personally, but for example, Fernando Santos is an amazing manager. Let's say that he gives you instructions to not to do a long pass, and you do a long pass to the striker, and it's a goal. I think even if it's a goal, he's gonna tell you shouldn't be doing that, because because it's like the principle of the game, and I think you had such a successful career and long career and playing like that because you always put the interest of the team above your own interests. So you sacrifice it many times yourself, your career, and you also listen to the managers. Like, you respect it, even if you don't agree. Even if you don't agree,
no,
you need to respect.
Exactly. You always go with the orders that you have from the coach. And
exactly.
I say example that is good for team for one time to don't listen to the coach and do one long ball. Not always.
Not always.
This is I can understand everything. I don't speak for always, because if you do always and you don't have good results, and the pass go the other goalkeeper, or they don't go in the field.
I think we lost the. I cannot hear you. Can you hear me? Let me try. Just a second. Okay. Can you hear me? I think it's something with mine. Give me just a second. Okay. Okay. Can you speak now?
No. Can you hear me?
Oh, I can hear you now. Yeah.
Yeah, I believe the problem is with Kostas. I would ask you, Kostas, to get out and then get in again to see if the audio works. Okay, can you do it right now, Kostas, please? Leave the meeting and then you come back again using that link.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, Ricardo. I thought it was a problem with me. So yeah, let's wait.
If you want, you can keep talking with me, asking something.
What were your favorite positions? What position you started to play? And you can tell us how many times you played for the national team.
Okay, it's better to have Kostas around, so here it is.
Okay.
Perfect.
Okay, sorry.
Okay, yeah, okay. Those things happened, yeah.
This is in life.
Technology, you know, and we are already lucky that we can, in these days, we can do conversations like this, you know. If it was a few years
only like this,
you know, if it was a few years ago, it was much harder to be home and we couldn't do this kind of things.
Yes,
so yeah, so important thing is also, if you believe it's to be a multitasked player, so a player, let's say, I will even challenge people to leave in the comments if they remember other players. Like, I'm gonna give 2 examples of players that they could play in many positions. That's Philipp Lahm, that used to play for. Actually, they both, one played for Bayern Munich and the other still plays for Bayern Munich. And Joshua Kimmich. Do you think it's important to have those kinds of players, like Ruben Amorim in Benfica, that he could play in many positions? Do you think for a manager it's important also to have those kinds of players? And I challenge also everybody that is watching, if you remember more players like those that I mentioned, just leave in the comments. Yeah.
Yes, and these 3 players is fantastic. All the coaches, they want to have this player. Okay, the 2 players of Bayern Munich is big level, but and Ruben Amorim is it was a fantastic player and very good guy, and he play in like right defender, like right in the line, and like midfield. He can play many positions. For me, it's important for all the coaches to have players like this. They can play a lot of positions.
Exactly. So, no doubts, because you know, you never know. Sometimes you have like 2 left backs. Usually you have 2 players for position, but they can be both injured or suspended, and you need always someone that knows how to play in there. So
yes.
we have here a question for Marianne that is asking to you, when do you think the way the philosophy and the process of education and organization in academies will change for better in Greece?
Yes, now is better from the years that I start. Now is very better, but we have big problems because the teams, the professional teams, they don't look a lot for the future. They're afraid to put young players to play because they want only to win the Sunday, and this is big problem. If you don't look at the future and you look only to win the Sunday, this is big problem. We have this problem here in Greece, but I think all the people of football to help to change all this, because the Greek teams, they don't have not only young players, they don't have Greek players. Is the most of players, they are not from Greece, and this is for one champion like Greek is like you understand and everybody understand is very big problem. We try to change this because we need to change this, because if we don't change this, our football go in disaster. Like I say, no have future, no disaster, no have future.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So we believe that also answers to another question that we had in here from Danny Walker. That no, not Danny Walker. Also, I'm gonna ask you a question. How did you learn to adapt to your playing role from playing Greece, playing in Portugal? Was that many different? Because we had a question in here for someone that was asking. Yeah, it was Mario Spanjic. He was asking, what is the biggest problem in Greek football in your opinion? I believe you already answered, so that's
yes,
the big
I answer. For me, this is a big problem. It's necessary to play in the teams more Greek players. It's big problem this, and we must change our mentality, because in Greece we have a style that we know everything, but it's not truth, because we must learn and many things for we grow up like general like football.
Yeah, exactly. So if you can also answer to Danny James Walker, how did you learn to adapt your playing role from playing in Greece to Portugal? I believe it was, this is my opinion.
For me, it's
it
not
wasn't
easy.
Not easy?
It wasn't easy, no.
Okay.
Because
okay.
the level, not the level, the rhythm of the game, it was more fast.
Okay.
I must go more fast, up, down, like midfield, in box to box. And like we say, it's not easy for me. The first 2 months, I go to the coach and I say, Coach, I can't here. I go back in Greece. No, the coach say, no, stay. You with games, you understand better here the rhythm, and you control better your runnings. I say, okay, Mister, and it's happening this, because always the people have more experience from you. They know better the things. This is the life. And the mister he knows what he must say to me. He said to me to do passion and wait, because after more games, I always be better in physical condition, and I have better. I play better, and I
and
understand
you
better the game.
understand, yeah.
Yes,
exactly. You don't need to run so much.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. To control my runnings in the games.
Yeah.
And it's happening this, but it's not easy, because the referee in Greece, it was always more stop the game. The referees in Greece. In Portugal, no.
Okay.
And for
more than in
player,
Portugal, we already complain about that. So in Greece, they even stop more the match than in Portugal.
Yes, the years that I played in Greece, it was one more big problem in Greek football. Now is a little better the things.
Okay. So now this question also leads me to another question that I didn't have in here, but I like also to improvise, because it's good that people are watching and they bring ideas. So do you think, if when you finished your career around 35, yeah? You were like 35, 36.
Yes.
So do you believe, if you have the same knowledge, tactical knowledge, that you had at 35, or even now, in the beginning of your career, you were running much less than what you've been running in the beginning? Because running is not all the time important. When we are young, we want to run everywhere,
Yes, is that we speak in the beginning with Mr. Santos.
Yeah.
When he showed me in the training, he say, "Why you run there? You run there. You run in the right line. You in the left line, and stay more in the middle, and put your head more up to read all the game, to see your teammates, the opponent, and all these things." The truth is that if you don't take the good education in small age, it's difficult to manage all this after. But with the games, you win experience. You win many things inside the games. This experience is, for me, is most important in life. One football player.
And there are also specific positions, like you played also as a center defender, I believe.
Yes.
And there is one specific thing about playing as a center defender, that is the offside line. You need to be aligned with your colleagues about the offside line. Yeah.
Yes.
And you need coordination with your colleagues. Yeah.
Yes.
So it's not easy. For example, if you bring a winger or a striker to play as a center back, for him will be hard. But I believe with your tactical knowledge also, that you could do that. Of course, not perfectly, but you could understand. But you could understand that how important it is, because only one player, it's enough to put all the other team on side.
Yes.
So so it can happen. It was something that it was hard for you to learn, or it was something natural?
No, for me it was something natural. I understand the game, and it was easy to play. For me, it was more easy to play back because you can control all the defense line, the right back, the left back, the other central defender, and you can talk a lot. You see the game from behind, and this is one advantage for you. This is one positive thing to see the game from behind. You have the goalkeeper that he talk all the time and he help you a lot. And the cooperate of all the four defense and the goalkeeper is important for you to have success. Like defense is not only the one defense; it's all these four and the goalkeeper five. And I don't say for the midfield line, but I speak only for the defense. It is these five. They must work in the trainings first, like one thing. If you have success in the training in all this, and you work hard, and training. After in the game, you are in one good level, and maybe you have good results like defense.
That's true. That's no doubt.
Communication for me is the most important for this, because the goalkeeper and the last defender, the two last defenders, the central defenders, they watch all the game from behind.
That's true. And
they can move all the players.
Completely. It's the first step of constructing the game. Do you believe also, you talked about goalkeepers, soon we'll have a webinar like this with about talking about goalkeepers also. You had a chance to play with amazing goalkeepers also, and now that you are saying, when you play, I always had this, in my opinion, my theory, my humble theory, the way I think, we all think in different ways. I think that when you have a good goalkeeper and the goalkeeper that you can trust behind you, it's much easier for you to be a central defender, because you are not so afraid to make a mistake. If you don't trust so much the guy in the back, you are always more stressed, because you think if you fail, you cannot count so much on him. So you had a chance to play with amazing goalkeepers behind, and when you play with a top goalkeeper, you play a bit more relaxed in a way. Do you agree with that, or do you think is not so important?
I agree that it's a very important position in football. The goalkeeper is, for me, is the most important position in the football. One good team, he starts from the goalkeeper. For me, this is 100% in football. If you don't have good goalkeeper in good level, you already have problem like a team.
Yeah, and even the confidence of all the team goes a bit down.
Yes. The confidence go down, and for me, it's like you say, like I say before, is the most important position to make one good football team, professional football team.
Yeah, exactly. So we are almost.
The important thing for me is to be good the goalkeeper is good with legs now. It's very important in football.
Completely, and that's something that
is like a player now.
Yes, is completely. If you are a good goalkeeper in these days and you are not good with your feet, it's very hard to reach a high level.
Yes, it's difficult.
It's difficult. It's very difficult. And this leads also to another question that I had for you. We are the same generation. We are pretty much the same age, and so we, in old times, when we were younger, the number 6, the position, the number 6, the center, the defensive midfielder, the main role of defensive midfielder was to recover the ball.
Yes. It was more karate.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. So it was stronger player, and as soon as you get the ball, you pass to the ones that know what to do. So it was what we were saying.
Yes.
But with the time that we can see now, players that they are number 6, they are very technical players, and they are players that they can do whatever they want with the ball. they start to
Yes,
build
yes, yes.
from there. Did you had so it was hard for you to have that transition, or you were prepared, or you were surprised, or
No,
no?
I think is all the players useful, all the players, and all the type of players. Example like Kade, like Makelele, they play like
Yeah,
number 6, and they run and they cut and they give the first ball correct. It's depend it's depend from the coach and from the team what they want to do. For me, all this type of number 6 and players is good players. Like number 6 play and Pirlo. For me, Pirlo is one fantastic player. He
yeah,
play like a playmaker, and he do very good job. It depends from the team and especially from the technical team, from the coach, what they want to play, what players they want to use. For me, all the type of players in midfield position is useful. What is depend what do you want to do and to play. What
yeah.
football you want to play. More offensive, more defensive. You need more balance. It depends from the coach, I think.
Depends the strategy, and depends the opponent that you are playing against. Depends also the other teammates that you have. Maybe it depends on many things.
Yes.
So yeah, that's completely agree. And thanks for your answer. And
And you see now that Makelele maybe never score. I think never.
never
Very
or
often.
rarely. Yeah,
And
I think
you
yeah,
see this player of this type is they don't score a lot. Kade,
yeah.
okay, sometimes score now, but I think this type of players is in more. They don't score often.
Yeah, exactly. Only if it's, for example, a player like you that you are taller and that position, you can score in the
Yes,
free kicks or in the.
yes.
But to score in the game, like to take the ball and to score, it's very hard.
It's very difficult.
Only
No,
is very difficult. Only players that they shoot very well from outside. Sometimes
yes,
they have the chance to shoot, and they are good on that. Especially players that we have more example, maybe in England, that there are
yes,
players that they shoot very well from outside because it's part of
yes.
their culture, like to shoot from outside. We had many examples of players that were
Yes.
defensive midfielders, but yeah. So
But the most of number 6 they score with one touch from free kicks, from corners, from fouls,
yeah,
or more from one touch. More.
okay. So now that you are talking about free kicks, so for you, who was the best player that you played with, that scoring the free kicks that you knew you were relaxed, this will be a goal? Like you played with any player that this is just curiosity.
Okay, Simao scores shoot very good fouls. Simao.
From the left to
Yes,
like
and Karagunis shoot very good fouls.
yeah.
And Rui Costa do many good fouls. And Julio Cesar, one Brazilian we have in Icapa, and these players I remember. I play with them, and they give good fouls and free kicks.
It's always good to have them, in our side.
Yes. Always, it's very good. It's very good. If you
Yeah.
have Messi or Cristiano Ronaldo, is good in your team.
yeah, of course. Yeah, that's dangerous all the time. But
Yes.
yeah, someone okay.
Or Juninho.
Or Juninho was
Juninho was the best.
unbelievable. I think the best, probably.
Yes.
Probably the best. I wouldn't
Maybe.
say it's always hard to say it's the best of the best, but for sure
But it was
one
of the best.
one of the best for sure.
Or Pirlo, you have
Pirlo.
good fouls.
Yeah, the thing with Juninho is that he could score from everywhere, like not only from a specific place. He could shoot from everywhere, and it was all, you never know where the ball.
Yes.
The goalkeepers were even like surprised where he could do magic with the ball.
Yes.
Yeah. So Marianne is also asking here another question. So how do you celebrate the draw at the Bernabeu in the UEFA Champions League with AEK? You scored the goal. actually,
Yes.
and against Real Madrid. So yeah.
Yes, we play with the dream team of Real Madrid. The Ronaldo, the Brazilian Ronaldo.
Yeah, Figo,
Zidane,
Roberto Carlos.
Raúl, Roberto Carlos, Casillas,
Yeah.
and many players. McManaman. They have
So
McManaman.
was the player that was more in your position at the time that you had to mark? Do you remember?
Zidane.
That you had Zidane. Only Zidane.
Yes.
That yeah. Only.
Zidane, I think, is one of the biggest players from all the players.
And how it was to
It was the game. It was 2-0. We lose and we come back to 2. The game it was for group of Champions League, but it was important game. We don't lose and we have opportunities to pass in the next round. And for me, it was my first goal with Kappa in my career. And you understand when you score your first goal your first goal with your first big team in this stadium with this opponent is good signal for your career.
Of course. Did Zidane score any goal in that match or not?
What?
Zidane scored or not?
No, 2 goals scored McManaman.
So it means that you were better than Zidane in that match. So you didn't allow him. You didn't allow him to score, and you even scored the goal. So you can say, Kostas, you can say that.
Difficult to say this. we play with Real Madrid 7 days before in Greece, and the score was 3-3.
3-3. So 2 amazing matches, no?
Yes, Zidane scored 2 goals in Athens.
Okay. Did you play also?
Yes, I play. In the 2 games, I play all the games. I don't score in the first game, in the 3-3. I score in the second game. But from corner, like usually.
Yeah. Completely. So we are almost finishing. It's we could stay in here, and for sure for everybody we could stay here hours and hours talking, because for sure you have amazing stories. But we are here more to talk, of course, about this subject that is the tactical knowledge that sometimes, especially when you are a player, I don't know if you agree, sometimes it's hard because you cannot say what you think, or you cannot share these things because you are more controlled by the club, for the things. You cannot give the opinion that you have. And some people, they even think the players, they don't think by their own head. The thing is, they think, but you cannot just to say exactly what you think, And after it's hard. So that's why. Yeah. Sorry. Tell me.
No. It's like you said. Sometimes it's difficult because you cannot say that you want.
Yeah, exactly. So I can imagine for sure many times you think like, okay, maybe I didn't play in the best position for me, or maybe you've been playing injured. And sure, many times you played injured. I'm quite sure, because all the professionals at some point you play with some small injury, or you are even forcing something, and but you cannot say it, no. You cannot go in the end of the match and you played bad, and people are saying that you played bad, but they don't know what is behind. Maybe you came from an injury, or maybe you are playing outside your position, or maybe you had a hard week,
many things.
or many things.
Many things. And don't forget that the people that they watch the game, they never know the order of the coach. Maybe for you I don't play good, but maybe for the coach I do my job perfect. You never know.
Yeah, exactly.
But this is happening many times in football.
Many times. This is a question. It's interesting because I had a chance to interview also another scout that he was a player. He played for Chelsea, Filipe Oliveira. Hello? I think we lost. Okay. No. Again, restart, please, Kostas. Okay. Just a second, guys. please, if you still have some questions to ask, please just ask, because we are going to finish in a bit. So I invite all of you to ask questions. Yeah,
Yes.
Perfect. So yeah, I was asking also Philippe, that is also perfect. And that is also a scout, that many times, for example, for a scout, is not just to look to a player and think if he's good or not. Sometimes we need to understand if he did that because he had instructions from the manager, or if he didn't because also the instructions. So can you hear? Yeah, can you hear me? I think again we lost him. Okay, so we have another question in here. Okay, hi Kostas.
Okay.
Perfect. Okay. So that's fine. That happens. So like I was saying, sometimes for us as a scouts, it's important also to understand that part, because sometimes, let's say that the player is not good in a long pass, and he's insisting in the long pass and is failing the passes. We try to understand if it's the manager's instructions to do that all the time, or if it's the decision of the player. So it's hard to analyze what is instructions, like you were saying, from the manager, and what is a decision from the player. So that's something that's also part of the scout. Of course, we need to watch more than one game and everything, but sometimes it depends on the tactical side and what the manager believes. For sure, sometimes you had to make things on the pitch that you were not comfortable to do. Let's say if I was your manager and I put you playing as a number 10 because I believe you are a good number 10. Okay, you are not refusing. But you had to play there, you couldn't just say, oh, I'm not gonna play number 10. You had to play.
Yes.
And imagine if
it's in the personality of the player to talk.
Of course.
I must say to you that no, I cannot play like number 10. Don't put me again. Okay.
Exactly, but but in the end, can you imagine a scout goes and watch you as a number 10?
Yes,
he doesn't know
things.
that it was the manager. Football is not so simple like people think, and sometimes the players are criticized, and I think there is no, of course, the fans, everybody wants to win, but I think the player wants to win for sure, and it's hard to be the first one that wants to play well. It's the player, because it's your own.
Yes. Yes. For this reason, we want a good education to all these people that are involved to football.
Yeah, exactly.
And the fans and all,
especially the fans. It's hard to. Yeah, you have in Greece, you have one thing that you always have: the stadiums are full, the fans are. Like in Greece, you love football also, like in Portugal.
They love football. It's like Portugal, and they love football. And the stadiums is not always full, but in the big games.
But in the big games,
yes, we have people. They love football.
Yeah, exactly. But sometimes it's like you said, it's not fair the way they see football. Of course, it's with a passion, but we also need to understand that player is there. And the player is also human. He makes mistakes, and that's life. So someone was, just to finish, was asking about your goal, 2002-2003 Olympiacos AEK. You scored at 95th minute winner.
Yes.
Okay.
1-2. So, we win, and it was a derby. Outside, and but all the game we are better. We deserve to win earlier and with more goal different from one goal, because this day in this game we lose many chances, and we score in 94 minutes, 1 minute before the game finished.
Okay, you scored. You again
scored,
from how it was the goal.
The goal, it was out of the area with a shoot. I don't score all my goal with corner.
Okay, of course.
This it was good action because I move, I receive the ball, I do a little right, and I shoot out of the area. The ball to go down strong in the corner, and we win 1-2.
Okay, a challenge for you guys also that are watching. Go on YouTube and find videos from
Yes,
Kostas
all the
that
videos is in YouTube.
yeah then the Kostas, because you can learn a lot also with the videos and the positioning and the things and you see.
Yes.
And this is nice also. I like these interviews more in a relaxed way, so people also understand that the footballers are normal people like all of us, and are nice
Yes.
people, of course.
Yes.
For us, we are
Yes,
your
but
fans, and but
Yes.
you are, in the end of the day, you are people like nice
Oh,
and
yeah.
yeah that yeah
And
yeah
all the kids, they can dream that they can play football, because if
of
they
course.
love a lot and they have good awareness, like we say, I think they can success.
Yeah,
Sure.
exactly. That's we
If
try
we,
also to
all the
pass
players
that.
is from the earth. All the players, and
That's
Messi and
true.
Ronaldo, they don't born in
Completely.
out of the earth.
Yeah, exactly. They have 2 legs, they have 2 arms. They and I'm
Yes.
sure that if they are talking, if they were talking here, they were also nice, and you had a chance to play, like I said to I think to Marius, I believe, if you had a chance to play against those players, it means that you are also an unbelievable player, because only the best reach that level. But what makes you to be as a person is completely different, and
Different. Yes.
and if you are completely like everybody else, with your things, with your problems, with normal things, a normal person, and it's good to share. And also for the youngest ones that didn't have the chance to see you playing, I challenge them to go and watch. And I would like also to ask you, because you are here doing also a very good thing, and I thank you for that, giving the example to others that love football, and to see that it's possible if you have passion, if you have commitment, and to reach, and if you are serious, and if you if you are nice. And I'd like to ask you if you have any idol when you were a young kid, if you have any player that you admire.
Yes, Roberto Baggio, it was my
Yeah.
favorite player.
Okay.
I love him a lot, and it was my favorite player. He's number 10, like we say.
Number 10, yeah, number 10. So he was a brilliant player.
We don't play the same position, but he's normal.
Okay, never know. Yeah. You also started as a striker.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, this is normal. Yes.
Yeah. So Roberto Baggio was the one. Yeah.
Yes, for me it was the one. I love him a lot. I watch all the games, and I love him a lot.
He was a legend.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was a legend.
He will be always. Roberto Baggio is like was an amazing player, and he also played. He had a long career, and he had success everywhere. Unfortunately, that happens to everybody. He didn't deserve that. It's not fair sometimes. That is an example of a player that people judge for one thing. Maybe the only mistake, the only thing it went wrong, and people don't understand. You are playing a final of a World Cup, so the pressure, so you cannot, he had such a long career, such a long things, and Italy went through the final because of him. He took all team. Yeah, he took all the team on his back, and of course,
he scored 2 goals in the semi-final with Bulgaria.
Exactly, and it was an amazing team of Bulgaria, with Stoichkov, with Balakov, all those players. Many players, and another player that we can also say, they always stay legends, like Steven Gerrard. When Liverpool was going to be a champion, he slipped in the ball, and it was a goal.
This is football.
this is football. So are you saying he did on purpose? No, he didn't. So players are humans. Understand that players are humans. Players do their best, and of course, not all the days we are,
Not
in
all
our
the days
best.
good. Yes.
We all
Always.
have a life outside that we never know what is happening, and players also have a personal life, and this is the best thing. So to finish, I would like to ask you, if possible, if you can give some advices to young players, especially in these days, that because there is a big pressure in these days, I believe more than in our days, from the parents. There is, at least in Portugal, the parents make a lot of pressure in the kids to be players. Maybe because we have Ronaldo. In our times, we didn't have so much pressure. It was coming from us. We played on the streets, and all the kids wanted to be football players. I believe in Greece was the same. 90% of our friends wanted to be footballers. In these days, you don't have so much competition, but you have the pressure from the parents many times. But what advices can you give to the young players that are exactly?
First of all, the pressure is not good. We must take this out, because it's very bad for the kids. It's not possible all to play in high level football. They must understand, all these parents, this. And you must have dreams. You must do strong training, to sacrifice things, to put in your life priorities. First, I think, is your lessons, your school, and after the football, because you never know if you have success in football. And you must finish all your lessons in your school. For me, this is what they must do, the parents, for the kids. And after the football, in football, you have dreams, and you must do good training, sacrifice. You believe in yourself, and to love. Many times I can say these words: to love with passion the football, and you never know.
That's amazing.
And for finish, sorry, Nuno, to have good mentality, and to try to understand what is football, not only to take one ball and play, because football is more things from this, to take one ball and play.
That's why it's a team game. It's not like tennis that it's individual.
Is 26, 25, 26 players in one team. And I say to the parents to stay far from the kids. Don't be the coach. Don't be that they know football, because they don't know football. They do some other jobs, and they must stay in the jobs that they're doing. Not to say to the kids what they must do, because for this is the coach that they have in the academies or in the clubs, and the people that really know what is the football, to do good education to the kids,
completely,
to learn the kids correct things.
Exactly, it's like the school. The parents cannot go and then just teach the kids what they are learning at school and saying they are best than the teachers, or so it's the same. So amazing advices from someone that knows a lot. And congratulations for all your career, and especially for the person you are, and for all this. We are already in touch for quite a long time. You always been very, very kind to me, and it's it's this kind of people that make us keep loving football, and thank you for that, and thank you for being with us. I hope you enjoyed, and so it's a big pleasure. And from Ricardo, I'm sure also is very appreciated that you are here, and from Portugal, and not only, we have messages here from all over the world, that people that admire you, and for sure that you will be always a legend, not only for Greece but for the world football. Okay, my friend.
Thank you for everything. I
Thank
respect
you.
a lot. It was my honor to be here with you to speak 1 hour for football. That football, it was the subject. And I have one very creative hour with you now. This is the 1 hour that we talk. And thank you very much for this. And I hope the best for you, for Ricardo. I'm glad that I see him, and I hope the best in the future and what you want in your life.
Thank you very much.
Thank
you. Speak to you soon. Thank you, Kostas.
Thank
Bye.
you. Ciao. Ciao,
Bye.
everybody.
Ciao. Ciao.
Ciao.
Ciao. Ciao.